years. Maybe I am healed enough to share this. I sincerely hope so. Me and my husband got married in 2022 in September and had a Lord of the Rings theme, which everyone thought was lame, but it has always been my dream. Since I was young, I've been obsessed with Elvish from Lord of the Rings culture and wanted an Elvish wedding. I mean, I'm sorry, have you seen the elves from Lord of the Rings? Are you all like blonde and gorgeous too? My then fiance was just happy to marry me, and his only request was for his own outfit and most of the food, but the ceremony and details were up to me. He does, however, have lots of female relatives who were very interested in the wedding planning. His mother especially, as he's an only child and she was never married. Why do I feel like this is not going to end well? So she basically wants to plan a wedding that she never had. Got it. Let's see if my prediction is correct. I was excited to have help, but our first meeting, they were not thrilled about the theme. His mom suggested the theme to be Bridgerton. So this isn't even just like, we don't like theme weddings. It's like, no, we don't like your theme. We'll go with a different theme that we like for the wedding that isn't ours. Their whole group had thrown some wine watch parties watching the show. My sisters were there and they even got excited about Bridgerton and tried to convince me against my nerdy dream wedding. Tried to convince you. I think that people mean well for the most part, but it's funny how people like push you in certain directions to have your wedding in a way that they would like. I think if the bride and the groom ask your opinion, then you could give your opinion. But if nobody asked, I like Bridgerton as much as the next woman, and that Duke is so handsome, but I said the theme was decided. Stick to your guns, babes. His mother said that if we didn't do Bridgerton, they were all leaving. Good. I stood my ground while my mom and sisters tried to calm things down. It ended with his mother and family members leaving. Oh no, don't leave. My sisters had my back and my mom was proud of me for standing up for myself. Yeah, it's one thing if they're like, oh, like I didn't realize you wanted to do a theme wedding. Are we like spitballing here? Maybe there's like some other things that you might like doing. Like, here's an idea. It's not that kind of environment. We're not ideating someone's wedding that isn't yours. It is not up for discussion. I planned the wedding without his side of the family, though they left lots of voicemails calling me stubborn or begging me to let her have this. Oh, you are Delulu. You are drinking the Delulu lemonade. I got the feeling they were just backing her up out of loyalty as the messages had an apologetic tone to them. It's not her wedding. Go and have like a Bridgerton theme party, but don't bring that into someone else's wedding. I didn't tell my husband a thing because he's the type to get overwhelmed and get rid of the problem, which in this case would have meant uninviting a large chunk of his guests. Instead, I sent out the invitation with the dress code colors, forest green and dark gray. Keep this in mind. Keep this in mind. I asked his close cousin if she was interested in being a bridesmaid. She said she couldn't and asked if it was too late to do the theme his mother wanted. Oh my God, actually tell me now, what is wrong with people? Are people okay? Are you okay? This is so delusional. I said I would rather marry him at the courthouse than have any other wedding than the one I dreamed of for years. He had told me I could do my Lord of the Rings theme as his yes was stronger than 1,000 no's. The harassment got worse, and then as the date grew closer, radio silence. Keep in mind, my side of the family was a great help. My bridesmaids were all in their capulets and dresses, and I had my custom elf ears touched up by a friend. This is so great. I bet the photos are gonna be epic. Since my friends all like the same nerdy stuff I do, the theme was exciting for them. The day comes and I'm ready to walk down the aisle after my makeup, and I was dressed in my perfect sparkly white dress and silver cape with my hair in jewels. Oh, I bet you look stunning. Like, I'm sorry, elvish women are just like, I walked in and straight away my eyes were on my husband. It wasn't until the reception that it occurred to me that a large percentage of women at my wedding were wearing white dresses. Deep breaths, deep breaths, deep breaths. I forgot to breathe there for a second. They were wedding dress adjacent, and the shock caused me to drop my bouquet. My mom confronted his mom about it, and the response his mom gave was that the dress was gray, like the invite stated. It was white. They all gave the same story, and though most people besides them were wearing forest green, easier to find, a few were wearing the correct gray, which is easily distinguishable from white. My sister said she would go to the dollar store and get grape juice and a super soaker to get all the white dresses, and my mom suggested we kick them out, but I decided not to do either. I mean, honestly, in doing this, all they did was make themselves look really, really, like before it was like, okay, this could just be like some, tiff that we had, whatever. But like your husband is now going to be like, what was that? I'm sorry, but in this scenario, there is no excuse to show up in droves, all wearing white, to someone else's wedding. You look like a butthead. It did cause a major scene, as not only were there 8 women in bridal white, but they all seemed so uncomfortable with it that they stuck out like sore thumbs. What the hell did your mother-in-law do? Is she like holding them hostage or something? Like, why are they all guilt tripped? See, this is the thing. This type of woman probably gets her way all the time. Maybe she's super nice, or, maybe she kind of holds money over people's heads. Everybody's always trying to appease her. Either that, or she's holding their husbands hostage. Both. Because why would you agree to this? Watching them squirm as multiple people approached to ask if they were playing a special role in the wedding, as my dress is white but with lots of silver and looked less like a wedding gown than theirs did. It was so satisfying. They'd all obviously gotten a dress that looked as close to the ones from Bridgerton as possible and were matching well, so it looked like there was some element of the wedding that people hadn't been clued in on. Yeah, I didn't get the memo either. Most of their partners had given me tight, uncomfortable smiles, and my wedding party was pissed, while the guests were genuinely trying to figure out what the white dresses were for, especially as the night went on and people helped themselves to the open bar. The white dresses are a canvas. Get out your Sharpies! In the following 2 months, I received an apology card along with a very expensive item off my registry from everyone who wore a white dress, so that's a bonus. I just fail to understand why they would do something that they know is wrong just to make your mother-in-law happy. For what? Because you wanted to dress up like you're the cast of Bridgerton? Throw your own party for that. Don't commandeer someone's wedding because you want to dress up in a Bridgerton dress. I still use the juicer his aunt who wore feathers gave me. I wish I could have gotten a Ninja Creamy though. Ugh, those look really good. I was seeing one of those on TikTok and that protein ice cream looks really good. Maybe you could kind of be like, well, I'm not talking to you until you get me a Ninja Creamy. Guilt is a powerful thing, my friends. Even his mom apologized, which I found out was my husband's doing. He threatened to cut off anybody who didn't make it right with me.
I am the one who knocks.
I told him he didn't have to, and he said, I'm the one getting married. So I deserve the wedding, and they can throw whatever wedding they want when they're getting married. And if the time comes, they would be mad if I wore a wedding dress to their day. That's crazy to me. I hope you're healed from that, because wow. Definitely made for a good story. I kind of wish you would have told your husband sooner. He should have shut that down. I'm glad he did when he finally found out. Yeah, he could have done that, but it would have been like, it's not that bad. Maybe he's also kind of under your mother-in-law's thumb, and, maybe it would not have turned out in the same way. They fully embarrassed themselves. They look like the villain right now. This is not just some simple argument that got out of hand. If there's one thing that I do not tolerate, it is malicious intent. It is really hard to discern whether something was done maliciously, right? Everybody kind of thinks, well, I'm not the villain in this story. Everybody tries to justify why they behave the way they do. But this is pretty clear that there was malicious intent behind this. How else are you going to explain that? I actually like that they embarrassed themselves by trying to upstage the bride. This is what I'm saying. You look mean and stupid. If there was anyone that was going to be on your side after this argument, they are not on your side anymore. Yes, I'm glad they weren't uninvited. Once everyone saw them for who they really are, a controlling narcissist and her weak followers, OP wouldn't have to ever explain any in-law craziness. Yeah, I think there is a villain in this story, and it's pretty obvious who it is.
It's not you. It's me.
I love that the bride nixed any dress staining shenanigans. Their self-imposed discomfort was the best revenge. You definitely could have done some staining. It's one thing to spill a glass of wine on one of them accidentally. It's another to have 8 people show up all wearing white. And then what are you going to do? Have a food fight? No, you're not. Hold your head high, my